All right, so the number one thing starting off with piece control is your settings. Well, I guess I should probably go over what piece control is first of all. So this is how much control you have over your opponent's pieces. So let's say you're right here, you're in a box. Okay, your opponent's coming in, you have all of these pieces right now. Okay, so they're gonna try and break in and probably take that wall, for example. So, but if you sit here, they're on the other side of you, place these kind of things, then you have them boxed in on your own accord. They can't really get anywhere without breaking a piece of yours and replacing it to get out. So that is a really good piece control method right there. So that's just kind of an overview of what it is. There's a few things that you need to do or need to have turned on to pretty much get the most bang for your buck out of it. So we're gonna go into my settings right now. All right, let's go over into here. So build and edit mode, I have at a 3.1, and then look and horizontal. So look vertical and look horizontal right here. I both have at 50. If you're playing on console, I wouldn't really recommend putting these up to 50 and these onto 3.0 because your frames aren't really going to be able to catch up. Maybe they will if you have like the next gen Xbox or next gen PS5 or like whatever it is. Maybe they will. I'm not sure. I haven't really tested out to like 120. So that's what I have on for mine, but that makes it so I can like quick snap and get around. So I'm right here. Boom, and I'm able to cover up pieces that quickly. Piece control isn't going to really work for the most part. If you're sitting here, you just hold this wall, hold, because obviously the enemy is going to be coming in at you quicker than you can sort of box them in a sense. So I would recommend a setting that you yourself can sit here and feel comfortable with, and at the same time is able to act quick enough to get people in the box. Chan and Joe, what is going on? Okay, so this is a piece control technique that I actually learned a few days ago and have been trying to implement, and I think it's a pretty good one. It's pretty simple. So if you go up and 90, like right here, and put this wall right out here, if you put this wall right here, you can edit this wall and sort of get people boxed in this way. Okay, so if someone is ramping up, there's that you can do. You can sort of jump off to the other side, you know, then just 90 up, doubles, do this kind of things. And then if they're in there, you can get them in, sort of go in with like a wall bang, whatever you want to do. And the world is pretty much your oyster when you do that. Just let me show this one more time. Come here, and you see how you put that there, these, and then you're also able to connect this because you have that. So then you can pretty much just jump over, start doing another thing as well, start connecting all these. One other thing that I also learned, along with putting a wall up, I try and put walls up pretty much every time now. So you come up here, just do a wall. It helps out so much for people that are gonna box you in. One other thing that I do, if I'm up here and someone's right here, you can also put a cone on top of you like this, because people will try and ramp over you for the most part, and that's gonna get them stuck. And then if they're ramping over you and you get them stuck, you can edit this out, that's gonna break, and they kind of fall down on top of you, and they might not expect it for the most part. So that is a tip that I like to use for that. Let's go over to my little cheat sheet. Now, another thing is not being predictable. So let's walk down here. Everyone's done this before. Let's say you're on the opposite side. You're coming in here. Opponent's in there just waiting for you to break through. So you're essentially trying to break through, you get in the box, and then you just start shooting at the enemy. I pretty much want to tell you not to do this, because as soon as you're in there, let's say from their perspective, they come in here, you get into their box, they put up this, they edit out the top, now you're stuck in that box. They have all of these walls, you can't do a thing, you're stuck in there, you have a stair over top of you, and these and that. So now they're just going to be able to look at you, do whatever they need to, get out all these pieces. So something I would do if you were put into that situation essentially is, once you get control of a wall, let's say that wall is not yours and now it is, like this. Once you get control of that wall, start making things a little bit more difficult for them. So you're going to sit here, do this. You can also put another one up like that. So now that that's your wall, start taking things that they wouldn't think that you would take. So either come from the top. Now, once you have the top, edit something else down, get this yours, just get other pieces of their wall that they wouldn't expect you to come from on yours, because then you're slowly going to shift the fight into making these walls yours. And once these walls are yours, it's going to be something that they can't get out of without having to break it. And that's going to be really important. So don't be the guy that sits there and just rushes into boxes blindly, unless the opponent's low. If the opponent's low, that's the only time that I'd recommend trying to get in their box just to finish them off or something. But if they're on the offensive and you guys are both full health, full shield, then they're going to have the advantage if you choose to take it that way. All right. Now, another thing is testing out how far cones go. Most people don't know actually to like the extent of how far a cone can actually go. So let me show you real quick. So let's put this up. You got a cone going up here. If you sit on here, you can actually get a cone. Let me place one more over here. You can actually get cones all around you like this. Now see, that's another like whole tile out. You see how many cones you can get? A lot of people don't know that you can get these this far out, and if you can, then that sort of like breaks the path that the enemy is going to take for you. So if you get all these cones, put a wall up, you can extend all these cones out, and if you have all these, it's a nice tip to have, because you can start coming up here, edit these out. There's a lot of stuff you can do with cones. If you're like new to this, I would start emphasizing cones for the most part. Cones have helped me out a bunch. All right, next up. And then the last one is just going to be guessing the opponent's movement. So like, let's say you have a stair up right here. They're under you like this. They're going to wait for you to sort of edit this out, and you want to like box them in. You can always edit these out, get them boxed in like this. All right. And then you could also get that side if you want and have them fully boxed in. And then you can just jump up, reset, and then you have them right there exactly where you want them, and they can't actually go anywhere. And you have all this kind of like at your disposal. So long story short, you just want to get them into boxes, get them into positions where they can't move for the most part, and then you are going to be set, or more in like a better position. The one that I kind of want the most with is this one right here, which is where you get a cone, boom, boom, boom. A lot of people will think that they can just sit here and edit this out, and then you sit here, boom, boom, but that doesn't work. You see how you kind of move over and your cursor is on this wood right here? You actually have to move over and to the left, and then you're gonna be able to get that right there. So it's kind of like a moving target. So you're gonna go from here, cone, boom, boom, and then I kind of messed that one up right there, but you get the gist of it. I'll do it one more time. Boom, boom. And then you're going to be able to encompass them in the whole thing. You can also do that at the same time, so it's nice and fluid. And you have them boxed in, like that kind of thing. I think it's kind of cool. It has all the arcade buttons that you can kind of mess with.